Were they a rock band like guitar, bass, drums, or were they in the style that you are?
Quite a normal, typical kind of rock band, but we just used normal rock instruments. We didn't play. We played more freeform.
Johannes, you are the latest member of the lineup, aren't you?
Yeah.
How long ago did you join?
Oh, I think it's 2 years ago.
2 years?
Yeah, we met.
It's back that far. And how did you come to meet the boys?
I met Edgar in a Berlin record studio, and he asked me to join the group because he looked for the third player, and so we had a lot of sessions, so we get together in this way.
You decided to stay?
Yes.
Chris, were you originally in the first lineup of Tangerine?
I was in the group since 71, and we started the new style of electronic music.
Yeah, from that time.
Right.
So, when you first started that, with all the people that are in the charts now, I've done names, the electronic rock people anyhow that are around, and I suppose you can even, no I won't, but anyhow, those people that are in the charts, did you think that that would come about like that? You started this electronic rock early, and did you think that that would happen like that? Did you feel that it would become so popular?
I mean, when we started to work with electronic instruments in 71, 72, no one really did know anything about using electronics
that style,
in popular music.
Right.
So we really started doing it in Germany, and we had no idea that within, 10 years, it will become such a popular part of popular music. So we are personally very happy about it.
Sorry, one of the names that I was trying to get there was Gary Numan. Like they're experimenting, aren't they? Yes, a lot later. And do you think that they're doing it well? People like that are on the charts now?
I mean, as far as it's the handling of the instruments concerns, they are a bit back, I would say, to be honest. I mean, they should train a bit more. But it's quite nice the way they mix well-known rock music with the electronics and the effects they do add, and it's quite interesting to watch it.
Where did the name Tangerine Dream come from?
Oh, it's a very simple story. We've heard one of the Beatles songs years and years ago, and which is called Losing the Sky. Right, and there was a very small line which is called Tangerine Trees, something. Nice, and we picked Tangerine up and added Dream, and so that's where the name comes from.
There was a story, Chris, that you would have been with the group, I think. You played a cathedral somewhere, and apparently so many people turned up, it upset the Catholic religion, and the Pope even made a statement that you couldn't play in cathedrals anymore or something. Can you tell us that full story?
Yeah, the story was that we liked to do a whole tour in cathedrals to use different atmosphere and use acoustics and the mood and things.
Yeah.
And one day in a very big cathedral in France, that 6,000 people in a cathedral where maybe 2,000 seats were in, and the religious people got very upset in the end, but it was a very interesting concert, and we got a lot of publicity about it.
Was that the only cathedral you played in? Because I believe the Pope said never to play in cathedrals.
We played in other cathedrals in England and
you did?
Germany, yes.
Because Sky, you know, the English group, Sky, they did a couple of very big cathedrals, one in London, and they said it was just enormous, the sound that you can get in
It's
there.
enormous because you know, we do believe in some sort of higher consciousness.
Yeah.
That's why we do things like that.
Right.
Yeah, and so the funny thing, I should add that do a few unusual things in Australia as well, and we try to do it permanently.
Right.
Because we try to move to Australia.
Yeah?
Yeah, and build a studio here and live here.
When would you like to do that?
As soon as possible, but your government unfortunately did forbid it.
Oh,
they did not allow it, so we can't do it.
Was it a festival?
No, it was not a festival, it was a TV show.
Ah.
Yeah.
And so that song, it was called?
Kiev Mission. Kiev Mission, yeah, I forgot it. Kiev Mission.
Which means?
Kiev is a city in Russia.
Oh, so it's a Russian mission, a Russian city mission.
Yes.
Almost.
Yeah.
Sort of, I think I know what you mean. I think. Chris, you went east of the wall in Berlin and played a concert there. It was the first west of the wall band to do so,
That's
correct?
true, yes. Mm-hmm.
What was that like? How many people turned up? What were the ticket sales like? Those sort of things.
I think you can have so many people as every hall holds.
Yeah.
We got about 8,000 people there, and people are really waiting for Western products, and they know our music, and they get records on the black market.
Right.
And they're really waiting, and we try to open a bit the relationship between the two countries, which hasn't happened before yet.
How hard was it for you as a west of the wall band and citizens to get that permission to go?
One thing should show you how hard it really is. It took us over about 1.5 years to get all the permits together to do so. And they were what we are doing, our lifestyle, which way we act, how honest. So you see, we are not communists.
Right.
But on the other hand, we think our entire world has just one chance to understand each other if we try to crash down every sort of border. I mean, mainly the mental borders.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what we are into all over the world. Wherever we go to, we try to explain that there is some sort of higher, stronger consciousness than just sitting there and playing little wars, you know?
So let's not talk about war. The music can bring us all together.
That's what we believe in, yeah.
And you have had problems, and looks like you won't be able to move to Australia. Can you quickly fill us in on what has happened there?
And unfortunately, yeah, we try to fill out all these immigration forms and start what we want to do, and we want to open a studio, want to educate maybe younger people over here, try to bring them together for a new form of music, and nothing to do with political things. It's just music.
Come and play.
And they said no. So unfortunately, we do respect that. You see, we're just guests in your country.
Yeah.
But we are a bit disappointed, you know.
Keep trying. Okay? Maybe one day we'll have Tangerine Dream here with a recording studio.
Okay, it would be nice.
It would be lovely. We've got film scores to talk about and a whole lot of other things, but we are running out of time. If I could, thank you very much for coming in, Johannes, Chris, and yourself.
Thank you.
And have a good stay. The instruments get
we hope so
affected like last time. And I hope you don't have to fly on little planes between places because of airstrikes.
Okay.
God bless.